Well, as Women's History Month continues and comes to a close, we're honoring remarkable women. And behind Crisis Services' 24-hour suicide prevention and crisis counseling program is a dedicated team of counselors led by a remarkable woman, Rochelle Morrison, who is our chosen Remarkable Woman of 2023. This is her story.
Just be that staple and be that piece for our community that people know that they can always come and turn to.
Behind Crisis Services' 24-hour suicide prevention and crisis counseling program is a dedicated team of counselors led by a remarkable woman, Rochelle Morrison.
Her level of experience showed me a lot about her integrity, and how important it is to care for people.
Born in Buffalo, it's Rochelle's 20th year with one of the most comprehensive crisis agencies in Western New York. Her work started with the Homeless Outreach Program and was part of the team that created the City of Buffalo's Emergency Weather Safety Plan, Code Blue.
There were maybe 3 or 4 deaths that winter of homeless folks, either under the bridge or in a car. And some of them we worked with. I had probably seen them the day before. And so we sat together and we're like, what can we do? So we actually had a van. I used to drive a van around the city of Buffalo and give folks clothes or anything like that. So we started picking up folks and taking them to Harbor House or taking them to City Mission or something like that. And it kind of evolved from that.
After about 6 years, Rochelle became the program director of the 24-hour suicide prevention and addiction hotlines, prioritizing mental health and the person on the other end of the phone.
It could be me or you, it could be our family members. And one of the things that I always try to say when I'm training folks is, treat this person as if it's your family, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin. If they were in a very tough situation or going through a crisis, how would you want them to be treated? You want someone there for them.
Her level of empathy is unbelievable. Her care and concern for clients and staff.
Rochelle also founded Renewed Me, a private wellness practice with her sister Renee. They do workshops, symposiums, fashion shows to benefit victims of homicide, even international philanthropy work in Ghana and Trinidad.
What I'm kind of fell into, and I think the focus of this year going forward, is hope. And I'm really tapped into something where these youth, they are really looking for somebody to teach them what hope is, teach them what their future can be.
When the May 14th Tops massacre shook Western New York to its core, Rochelle partnered with the Buffalo Federation of Neighborhood Centers and the Resiliency Center to provide a safe space and help the community heal.
One of the things we talk about a lot is vicarious trauma and how, the inner city and certain parts of Buffalo have these traumas that have been built up. And this was like a big one that kind of exploded. And it's so important for those of us of color and not of color, of any culture, to step out and really be there for our community. And I felt like, this is it. For whatever reason that any of us didn't do anything before, this is the reason, this is the time, and we're committed to doing that.
Then when the deadly Christmas blizzard battered the region, Rochelle and a team of 4 counselors worked 15-hour days, answering over 400 calls for help.
The police couldn't get to anybody. Emergency services were down. We are a part of the emergency response, so it was very, very important for us to be able to stay and get these calls, and we worked diligently for doing that. I hate to see what it would have been like if we haven't even been there for those folks during that day. It was something that we really needed to be able to do, and it really exemplifies what Crisis Services, our 24-hour hotline, really needs.
Rochelle is a human representation of the work she has done and continues to do through Crisis Services and Renewed Me. Without question, she'd do it all again in a heartbeat.
She being who she is and able to touch so many people. She's there, always an ear, always a smile.
I can't imagine that I would be doing anything else. This is a part of the servitude that I was supposed to do, and I don't know what would happen if we wouldn't have Crisis Services.
And Channel 4's very own Jordan Norcus announced Rochelle as the winner during News 4 at 4 yesterday. Rochelle Morrison stopped by our Elmwood Avenue studios, where she was joined by friends and family for a celebration. We would like to acknowledge all of our remarkable women nominees, Dr. Eileen Trigoboff, Natalie Barnhard, and Dr. Barbara Steele's Nevergold, and of course, our winner, Rochelle Morrison. We thank each of them for their dedication and contribution to our community. They are all truly remarkable women. We wish Rochelle all the best as she travels to Los Angeles for the next Our Remarkable Women celebration. You can watch our Remarkable Women special. That's Sunday, April 23rd at noon, right here on Channel 4. Today we have a nice in-studio performance from Grace. You are an incredible performer, and you brought a friend with you who came in all the way from California just to be able to perform with you. But tell us a little bit about you as an artist.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Grace Greenan. I've been performing my entire life, but recently, within the past, like 5 years, I decided that I really wanted to just pursue music full time. So I've kind of like shaped my entire life around it recently, and it's paid off incredibly. I ended up meeting Busco, and he ended up moving back to LA, and we've been making music. And I still play shows around Buffalo, but we're really starting to tour, which is really cool. And so, yeah, it's just been a dream come true.
You are actually currently on tour right now, but you are going to be ending right back here in Buffalo.
Yes, I am. So we're doing Friday and Saturday we'll be in Atlanta, and then we're coming back to Buffalo for April 13th for Town Ballroom.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank
That's a huge
you.
accomplishment for an artist.
Yeah, we're really excited.
I want to know about who inspires you as an artist and singer.
Definitely Amy Winehouse is a big one, and I'm sure you'll hear a little bit of that today in the song. And then, Billie Eilish is an amazing artist, as well as Adele. Rex Orange County are big. They're all big influences for me. So I'm excited to show you kind of what my music sounds like too.
And what do you think your music kind of represents to you, or what do you want people to feel when they're listening?
That's a good question. Honestly, a lot of my music is about my personal experience in life. So when people listen to my music, it's a little bit honest, and what you can expect is just genuine truth about life and feelings. And I dealt with a lot of mental illness for a long period of my life, and a lot of my music is about coping mechanisms and trying to figure out how you feel and what that means. So if you relate to any of that, it's definitely...
That is something that a lot of people relate to, so it takes a lot of courage to be so vulnerable and share your story through your music, but when you do that, you're relating to so many people and making so many people feel seen.
Absolutely, and that's probably the most valuable part of all of this. Is then one of the reasons why I continued to make music and really go for this is because I just couldn't do it if I didn't have people out there who were telling me, like, you are writing songs that mean a lot to me and, have helped me gotten through so many hard things. So it's really rewarding and the most surprising and exciting part of the whole thing. So
now you're going for your dreams with your music, but you actually have a day job, right? Tell us about that.
I'm actually a full-time teacher. So these past 2 years, I've been juggling a full-time music career and being a music director and chair of a music department at a high school in Buffalo. And so I teach at Mount Mercy Academy and run an a cappella group. I teach AP psychology, and I run music classes.
Oh my goodness, so you have a busy schedule.
Yes, so my whole life is a little bit nuts, but I honestly, I'm living the dream. So
you really are.
You're going music during the day, music at night, sleeping very little, but it's all right. So.
It's all gonna pay off. Now, I know you're doing this tour, but what's next for you? You did recently release an EP, correct?
Yeah, thank you. So we just released our EP, Who I Am Now, and so this whole project was a little part of something bigger that's coming, and
sneak peek, Daytime Buffalo exclusive.
And so this is the first time I've said that publicly, but we are working on a really big project, and so we're releasing it in small increments. And ever since me and Busco met, we just immediately clicked as co-writers, and I just feel like a lot of the music that we're making is that kind of vibe where you can just put it on in the car and listen, or you can really sit down and absorb the lyrics or appreciate the production. So many people have been on this project that have won Grammys and been involved in so many other people who inspire me's careers. So it's really valuable to have people around you like that who believe in you, and I really believe in this music, and I hope you do too.
Okay, so we're gonna hear it right now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm so excited.
Cool.
Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to hear from artist Grace Greenan and guitarist Busco right after the break. Stick with us.